Hello everyone. You are on the Global Medic TV channel. Here we talk about hair transplants and plastic surgeries in Turkey. Today we want to show you our hair transplant clinic, where patients come from all over the world to get your own hair back. I'll show you where, how, and what happens. I'll introduce you to the doctors. And maybe we'll take a look at some patients. Well, let's go. We are currently in the courtyard of our clinic. Behind our operator is the clinic itself, which we are about to enter. Here we have the cafeteria, where we serve lunch to our patients. This is essential after the transplant because you definitely need to eat. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at the clinic and meet the staff. We are in the main reception area of our clinic. Here we have the patient registration area. And here is a large waiting area where our patients are. While they wait for their consultations, while they wait for their washes. This is where life usually happens. At 2 o'clock, transplants are wrapping up, so you won't see any patients. Consultation and operating rooms are on the right and left. On the right and left are the consultation rooms and our operating rooms. This is one of the rooms where consultations with patients take place before the surgery. After the patients fill out all the information, they come here where the doctor is waiting for them. Right now, we are in one of the wings of the clinic. Here are the operating rooms. Look, 1, 2, 3.
Or 4.
5, 6 rooms. Patients go to these rooms at the beginning of the transplant. Basically, they spend 6 to 7, sometimes 8 hours here while their transplant is happening. During the transplant, it's generally okay to step out if the patient needs to go to the bathroom. It's very possible, but there are stages when you can't stop the transplant. But overall, the patient can step out because this transplant is done under local anesthesia. If you need to go to the bathroom or have any other needs. We can take a look. There are no transplants happening right now. This is a regular standard room. We have such rooms. There's one with a slightly nicer view. This is our standard room where the patient is shaved before the surgery. Also on the second day, we do the hair wash here because on the second day after the hair transplant, we invite the patient to the clinic for the hair wash. It lasts about 30, 40 minutes. We explain all the care rules for the head and basically send them off. Next, after we shave the patient's head, he basically goes to his operating room, to his office, where he will be for the whole day during his hair transplant, where his team will be. By the way, we can take a peek at the transplant process. This is where the DHI transplant is happening. As you can see, a team of 3 is working. Look, you see they are sorting the grafts and inserting them into special implant handles. Here we go. This is how the DHI planting is done. It's a very meticulous job that really takes a lot of time and constant involvement from a team of 3 to 4 people. Let's go. Here's another wing where the hair transplants are happening. These are also our offices. There's a lot of work going on everywhere. Well, I've given you a tour. I showed you around our main clinic building, how the transplants are done, and all the stages of the consultation. I hope you have formed an impression of this place. Here in the lobby, we welcome patients and also say goodbye to them after their wash, sending them off either to their hotel for the second day or back to the airport. And then they start the rehabilitation process, which we also make sure to monitor constantly. The last building I want to show you, it's delicious. Let's go. We offer lunch to all our patients after their hair transplant because just like before the transplant, it's important to eat afterwards to have the strength. It's important to have a meal. So, here's the menu for today. Cutlets, grilled with mashed potatoes or rice, chicken ribs, falafel, schnitzel, or just a bowl with chicken. I think it's a good choice. This is part of the transplant system, so our patients don't stay hungry. By the way, they eat in that cafe you see over there, across the way. And now let's talk about prices. We offer package services for hair transplants. The cost of the package depends on the transplant method. Just to remind you, there are 2 transplant methods, FUIA and DHI. So the cost of each package varies depending on the transplant method, but everything is included in the package except for your plane ticket. So you arrive, and an individual transfer meets you and takes you to the hotel. Our hotel is 5-star, by the way, a double room. So our patients love to come with their friends, with their partners, and also combine the hair transplant with sightseeing in Istanbul, because Istanbul is a beautiful city and there's so much to see. When you arrive in Istanbul, it doesn't really matter to us what time you get in on the first day, because what's important is that you just stay overnight in Istanbul, because the transplant will be the next day. Usually Transfer picks up the patient early in the morning, brings you here to the clinic. Here, the hair transplant takes place over the course of half a day. Then, just like that, the transfer takes you back to the hotel. The day after the transplant, which is the third day of your arrival, we invite you to the clinic in the morning. We wash your hair here, show you how to take care of it, and provide you with care products and medications. And in general, after an hour and a half, you're already free. So, your return flight ticket on the third day can be scheduled for sometime after 12 p.m. So you only need to come for 2 nights, 3 full days. To get a hair transplant, everything is included. No additional expenses are required. If you want to get a consultation about hair transplantation, to find out which hair transplant method you need, and to understand how much it costs, just write to us. To understand how much it costs, make sure to write to us. You can write to us on Instagram. Please go to Hair Global Medic, where you'll find a lot of examples of our work. Our consultants are ready to answer your questions. Or you can write to us on WhatsApp, Viber, or Telegram. We'll be happy to provide you with a consultation at this number. Subscribe to this. The channel has a lot of videos about hair transplants.